Question 1. A worker is taking medication which could affect their health and safety in the workplace, and that of others. What should they do? Give one answer. A. Go and see their doctor. B. Take regular breaks. C. Tell their manager. D. Work harder on site. The correct answer is C. Tell their manager. Question 2. When an employee returns to work after an absence due to illness, what should they speak about with their employer? Give one answer. A. Any treatment costs they have to pay to help them get back to work. B. The details of the illness to make sure no one else can catch it. C. The effects of medication they are taking which could affect safety at work. D. The number of times they have visited their doctor before returning to work. The correct answer is C. The effects of medication they are taking which could affect safety at work. Question 3. What action should shift workers take at work if they are taking time-dependent medication, such as insulin? Give one answer. A. Ask colleagues to help them remember when to take their medication. B. Consult their doctor and inform their manager to help plan how to accommodate this. C. Not tell their colleagues each time they need to take their medication during their shift. D. Only work shifts after they have taken their required medication. The correct answer is B. Consult their doctor and inform their manager to help plan how to accommodate this. Question 4. How should absence records containing specific medical information relating to an employee be treated? Give one answer. A. As public information, in accordance freedom of information. B. Confidentially, in accordance with data protection laws. C. Provided to the rest of the workforce to prevent others taking time off. D. The records can be shared with the workforce as long as they do not say anything. The correct answer is B. Confidentially, in accordance with data protection laws. Question 5. If your doctor has given you some medication, which of these questions is the most important to ask? Give one answer. A. Will I fail a drugs test if my employer asks for one? B. Will it cause me to oversleep and be late for work? C. Will it make me unsafe to work or operate machinery? D. Will it make me work more slowly and earn less money? The correct answer is C. Will it make me unsafe to work or operate machinery? Question 6. If you suspect someone at work has been drinking alcohol, what should you do? Give one answer. A. Ask them to stay away for an hour and then go back to work. B. Get them to drink plenty of strong coffee before they go back to work. C. Get them to eat and drink something, wait 30 minutes and then go back to work. D. Report the situation to your supervisor, as they may be unsafe to work. The correct answer is D. Report the situation to your supervisor, as they may be unsafe to work. Question 7. What are the minimum facilities that must be provided on site for washing your hands? Give one answer. A. A cold water standpipe and paper towels. B. A water container, bowl, and paper towels. C. Hot and cold water, soap, and a way to dry your hands. D. There is no need to provide washing facilities. The correct answer is C. Hot and cold water, soap, and a way to dry your hands. Question 8. What are 2 ways of reducing the risk of transferring hazardous substances from your hands to your mouth? Give 2 answers. A. Putting barrier cream on your hands before eating. B. Using barrier cream for working activities. C. Washing protective gloves before each use. D. Washing your hands before eating. E. Wearing protective gloves while you are working. The correct answer is D. And E. D. Washing your hands before eating. E. Wearing protective gloves while you are working. Question 9. What should you use to clean very dirty hands? Give one answer. A. Paraffin. B. Soap and water. C. Thinners. D. White spirit. The correct answer is B. Soap and water. Question 10. What should you do if there is nowhere on site to wash your hands? Give one answer. A. Go to the local public toilets and use their wash basin. B. Nothing, as the site does not have to provide washing facilities. C. Speak to your supervisor or the site manager about the problem. D. Wait until you get home, then wash them. The correct answer is C. Speak to your supervisor or the site manager about the problem. Question 11. Why should you not use white spirit or other solvents to clean your hands? Give one answer. A. They could block the pores of the skin. B. They could carry harmful bacteria that attack the skin. C. They could strip the protective oils from the skin. D. They will remove several layers of skin. The correct answer is C. They could strip the protective oils from the skin. Question 12. What is the main issue with using barrier cream to protect your skin? Give one answer. A. It can be broken down by some substances. B. It can irritate your skin and give you dermatitis. C. It costs too much to use every day. D. It is difficult to wash off. The correct answer is A. It can be broken down by some substances. Question 13. When should you apply barrier cream to your skin? Give one answer. A. As part of first aid treatment. B. Before you start work. C. When you can't find your gloves. D. When you finish work. The correct answer is B. Before you start work. Question 14. What can cause occupational dermatitis? Give one answer. A. Contact with another person who has dermatitis. B. Contact with some strong chemicals or substances. C. Using tools that vibrate. D. Working in the sun without sun cream. The correct answer is B. Contact with some strong chemicals or substances. Question 15. What condition can be caused by direct sunlight on bare skin? Give one answer. A. Acne. B. Dermatitis. C. Rickets. D. Skin cancer. The correct answer is D. Skin cancer. Question 16. To help protect outdoor workers from the risk of skin cancer from sun exposure, what should be worn? Give one answer. A. A small amount of deodorant and vest tops. B. Extra moisturizer on the face and short-sleeved shirts. C. High-factor sunscreen and long-sleeved clothing. D. Low-factor tanning oil and short-sleeved shirts. The correct answer is C. High-factor sunscreen and long-sleeved clothing. Question 17. Prolonged exposure to sunlight could cause what? Give one answer. A. Abrasions. B. Burns. C. Dental issues. D. Hair loss. The correct answer is B. Burns. Question 18. When referring to protection, what is a high UV rate cream designed to protect you from? Give one answer. A. Abrasions. B. Dermatitis. C. Legionella. D. Sunburn. The correct answer is D. Sunburn. Question 19. What is the most likely source of hepatitis in this image? Give one answer. A. B. C. D. The correct answer is A. Question 20. How does tetanus, an infection that you can catch from contaminated land or water, get into your body? Give one answer. A. Through an open cut in your skin. B. Through the pores in your skin. C. Through your mouth when you eat or drink. D. Through your nose when you breathe. The correct answer is A. Through an open cut in your skin. Question 21. What is the main risk to this worker, wearing only these items of personal protective equipment, PPE? Give one answer. A. Breathing in harmful dust. B. Cuts and abrasions to skin. C. Damage to hearing. D. Eye injuries. The correct answer is B. Cuts and abrasions to skin. Question 22. Reducing the risk of cuts and abrasions would require protection for what part of the body? Give one answer. A. Blood. B. Bones. C. Hair. D. Skin. The correct answer is D. Skin. Question 23. Which disease is most likely to be caught through cuts, grazes or puncture wounds? Give one answer. A. Cancer. B. Dermatitis. C. Legionella. D. Tetanus. The correct answer is D. Tetanus. Question 24. Select the two images in which the worker is correctly protecting themselves from possible cuts or abrasions. Give two answers. A. B. C. D. E. The correct answer is B and C. Question 25. Which animal is the most likely carrier of Wiles disease leptospirosis on construction sites? Give one answer. A. B. C. D. The correct answer is B. Question 26. If your doctor says that you contracted Wiles disease leptospirosis on site, why do you need to tell your employer? Give one answer. A. It must be reported to the Health and Safety Executive, HSE. B. The site on which you contracted it will have to be closed down. C. Your employer has to warn your colleagues not to go near you. D. Your employer will need to call pest control to remove rats on site. The correct answer is A. It must be reported to the Health and Safety Executive, HSE. Question 27. In what situation are you most likely to catch Wiles disease leptospirosis? Give one answer. A. If you drink water from a standpipe. B. If you work fixing showers or baths. C. If you work near air conditioning units. D. If you work near wet ground, waterways, or sewers. The correct answer is D. If you work near wet ground, waterways, or sewers. Question 28. What other illness can be easily confused with the early signs of Wiles disease leptospirosis? Give one answer. A. Dermatitis. B. Diabetes. C. Hay fever. D. Influenza, flu. The correct answer is D. Influenza, flu. Question 29. Fatigue could affect work rates of a worker. What does this mean? Give one answer. A. They will be able to work faster as they will have lots of energy. B. They will work at the same rate but will need monitoring. C. They will work consistently as there are no issues. D. They will work more slowly, as they will feel tired. The correct answer is D. They will work more slowly, as they will feel tired. Question 30. What type of work is most likely to result in fatigue? Give one answer. A. Exciting and enjoyable. B. New and challenging. C. Quiet and interesting. D. Repetitive and monotonous. The correct answer is D. Repetitive and monotonous. Question 31. Being satisfied with your job can lead to what? Give one answer. A. Feeling less happy at work. B. Feeling less stressed at work. C. Feeling more stressed at work. D. Feeling unpopular at work. The correct answer is B. Feeling less stressed at work. Question 32. Which one of the following is most likely to cause stress at work? Give one answer. A lack of job security and fear of redundancy. B. A lack of job security but a permanent contract. C. Job satisfaction but fear of redundancy. D. Job security and a permanent contract. The correct answer is A. A lack of job security and fear of redundancy. Question 33. How can physical stress of a job be reduced? Give one answer. A. An increase in pay for the same job. B. Job rotation and task variation. C. Making equipment challenging to use. D. Repetitive actions when working. The correct answer is B. Job rotation and task variation. Question 34. If a worker is feeling symptoms or showing signs of stress at work, what should they do? Give one answer. A. Arrive and start work at a later time. B. Eat or drink more during the day. C. Speak to someone they trust, like a friend or someone independent. D. Tell the rest of the team about their problems. The correct answer is C. Speak to someone they trust, like a friend or someone independent. Question 35. Which statement about mental health is true? Give one answer. A. It always has an obvious cause. B. It can have no obvious cause. C. It is always caused by stress. D. It is never caused by stress. The correct answer is B. It can have no obvious cause. Question 36. Who has a duty to protect an individual from stress at work? Give one answer. A. The employer. B. The government. C. The local authority. D. The union. The correct answer is A. The employer. Question 37. What is the organization The Samaritans? Give one answer. A charity offering construction training to young vulnerable people. B. A charity that provides emotional support for people who are struggling to cope. C. A trade union organization offering financial and legal support. D. A political party which supports looking after vulnerable people. The correct answer is B. A charity that provides emotional support for people who are struggling to cope. Question 38. Loss of appetite, fatigue, and tearfulness are common symptoms of what? Give one answer. A. Hand-arm vibration syndrome. B. Mental health issues or stress. C. Repetitive strain injury and back pain. D. Skin problems such as dermatitis. The correct answer is B. Mental health issues or stress. Question 39. Which one of the following statements about mental health is true? Give one answer. A. Mental and physical health are directly linked. B. Mental health has to do with our general knowledge. C. Mental health is all about how we think and remember things. D. Mental health is all about our intelligence. The correct answer is A. Mental and physical health are directly linked. Question 40. Which one of the following statements is true? Give one answer. A. Learning difficulties and mental health problems are the same. B. Mental health problems are common and can happen to anyone. C. Mental health problems are rare among construction workers. D. People experiencing mental health problems tend to be violent or dangerous. The correct answer is B. Mental health problems are common and can happen to anyone. Question 41. Which one of the following is good advice for helping to cope with stress? Give one answer. A. Drink more alcohol. B. Get enough rest. C. Keep it to yourself. D. Work longer hours. The correct answer is B. Get enough rest. Question 42. A worker is suffering stress caused by their line manager. What should they do? Give one answer. A. Complain to their manager. B. Find and follow the company procedures to address it. C. Get another job that will be less demanding. D. Try to work faster to keep the manager happy. The correct answer is B. Find and follow the company procedures to address it. Question 43. Which one of the following is true of the symptoms of stress? Give one answer. A. They always develop very quickly. B. They are the same for everybody. C. They can be different for each individual. D. They take a while to develop. The correct answer is C. They can be different for each individual. Question 44. Mind is a charity that does what? Give one answer. A. Controls and monitors health and safety in the workplace. B. Provides advice and support to empower anyone experiencing a mental health problem. C. Provides housing for retired construction workers. D. Represents people who are very intelligent and want to improve their IQ. The correct answer is B. Provides advice and support to empower anyone experiencing a mental health problem. Question 45. What sort of rest area should your employer provide on site? Give one answer. A. A canteen serving food, drink, and cold sandwiches. B. A covered area with some comfortable chairs and running water. C. A covered area, chairs, and a way to boil water and heat food. D. Employers don't have to provide rest areas, as long as rest breaks are provided. The correct answer is C. A covered area, chairs, and a way to boil water and heat food. Question 46. Which one of the following must be provided on site? Give one answer. A. Breakfast. B. Drinking water. C. Free transport home. D. Snacks. The correct answer is B. Drinking water. Question 47. Rest areas on site should be equipped with which of the following? Give one answer. A. Seating and radio. B. Seating and tables. C. Sets and chairs. D. Televisions and tables. The correct answer is B. Seating and tables. Question 48. How can everyone on site help keep rats away? Give one answer. A. Ask the local authority to put down rat poison. B. Put all food and drink rubbish into bins provided. C. Put rat traps and poison around the site. D. Throw food scraps over the fence or hoarding. The correct answer is B. Put all food and drink rubbish into bins provided. Question 49. Which of the following is true of clearing waste to maintain a tidy site? Give one answer. A. Clearing waste should be a continuous process. B. Clearing waste should be carried out at the end of a shift. C. Construction sites are dirty anyway and do not need clearing. D. Construction workers are not responsible for clearing waste. The correct answer is A. Clearing waste should be a continuous process. Question 50. When absorption granules from a spill kit have been used on oil, what action should be taken? Give one answer. A. Clear them up and place them in a sealed waste bag ready for specialist disposal. B. Clear them up straight away and put them into a general waste skip. C. Leave them on the oil for a few days before clearing into the general waste. D. Use water to help clean up excess oil before specialist disposal. The correct answer is A. Clear them up and place them in a sealed waste bag ready for specialist disposal. Question 51. When should an oil spill be cleaned up? Give one answer. A. At the end of the shift. B. Immediately, it could cause someone to slip. C. Never, it will be absorbed into the ground. D. When it has dried. The correct answer is B. Immediately, it could cause someone to slip. Question 52. What is the most important reason for keeping your work area clean and tidy? Give one answer. A. It saves time cleaning up at the end of the week. B. So that waste skips can be emptied more often. C. To help prevent slips, trips and falls. D. To recycle waste and help the environment. The correct answer is C. To help prevent slips, trips and falls. Question 53. A worker creates offcuts on site. Who is responsible for clearing them away? Give one answer. A. The foreman. B. The site manager. C. The supervisor. D. The worker. The correct answer is D. The worker. Question 54. The ground has become muddy on site. What could be done to prevent the ground becoming slippery? Give one answer. A. Improve lighting. B. Improve signage. C. Treat the surface with gravel. D. Treat the surface with salt. The correct answer is C. Treat the surface with gravel. Question 55. A work task results in cables from power tools running across a walkway. What action should be taken? Give one answer. A. Consider using cordless tools, or running the cables at high level. B. Put up signs that the fire escape is out of order temporarily. C. Think about canceling the job because it is too dangerous. D. While working, look out for anyone approaching to warn them. The correct answer is A. Consider using cordless tools, or running the cables at high level. Question 56. Fatigue may be a result of what? Give one answer. A. A healthy diet. B. Good sleeping patterns. C. Good work-life balance. D. Working long hours. The correct answer is D. Working long hours. Question 57. What would be a good way of reducing fatigue in the workforce? Give one answer. A. Early start times and a late finish. B. Random start and finish times. C. Regular start and finish times. D. Rotating shift patterns. The correct answer is C. Regular start and finish times. Question 58. What can help to reduce fatigue? Give one answer. A. Drinking alcohol after work. B. Eating larger meals during break times. C. Going to the gym less. D. Taking regular breaks at work. The correct answer is D. Taking regular breaks at work. Question 59. If a worker is feeling stressed, when is the best time for them to address the issue? Give one answer. A. As soon as they realize they have symptoms of stress. B. In about 6 months, if the issue is still causing them stress. C. Only after the stress level gets so bad it causes an accident. D. When they have finished work and they are away from the workplace. The correct answer is A. As soon as they realize they have symptoms of stress. Question 60. What is the best way for a worker to avoid becoming stressed because of an overload of work? Give one answer. A. Make sure they take medication before going to work. B. Only do what is manageable because someone else will pick up the extra. C. Put up with the extra work but make sure overtime is paid. D. Speak openly and regularly with their manager or employer about workloads. The correct answer is D. Speak openly and regularly with their manager or employer about workloads. Question 61. What is one sign that employees are feeling stressed at work? Give one answer. A. Fewer accidents on site. B. High staff turnover rates. C. Increased productivity on site. D. Long-term staff retention rates. The correct answer is B. High staff turnover rates. Question 62. Which of the following can be an indicator of stress? Give one answer. A. Feeling valued at work. B. Feelings of confidence at work. C. Inability to deal with usual workload. D. Increased productivity. The correct answer is C. Inability to deal with usual workload. Question 63. Which of the following are common mental health issues? Give one answer. A. Depression and anxiety. B. Dermatitis, skin irritation. C. Hand-arm vibration syndrome. D. Paralysis and halitosis. The correct answer is A. Depression and anxiety. Question 64. If a worker confides in a colleague that they have suffered from a mental health issue, what should the colleague do? Give one answer. A. Do their work for them because they might not be able to cope. B. Inform the site supervisor and first aider. C. Let other colleagues know, so they can avoid working with them. D. Treat them as they would any other work colleague. The correct answer is D. Treat them as they would any other work colleague. Question 65. When might people suffering with mental health issues need help at work? Give one answer. A. As and when a situation arises in which help is needed. B. They will regularly need help to avoid them having a panic attack. C. Up to once a week to take some of the strain off them. D. When their site supervisor or manager says so. The correct answer is A. As and when a situation arises in which help is needed. Question 66. Lone workers are most at risk from what? Give one answer. A. Humiliation. B. Paranoia. C. Sleeplessness. D. Violence. The correct answer is D. Violence. Question 67. Who should drive company vehicles? Give one answer. A. Any construction site manager or supervisor. B. Any employee who is competent and authorized. C. Any junior apprentice workers. D. Anyone with a learner driver permit. The correct answer is B. Any employee who is competent and authorized. Question 68. A worker with a full UK driving license has been asked to move a machine they have never been trained on. What should the worker do? Give one answer. A. Explain that they are not trained and competent to move it. B. Move the machine as long as there is a vehicle marshaller. C. Move the machine as long as there is no one else near it. D. They can move the machine as they have a full UK driver's license. The correct answer is A. Explain that they are not trained and competent to move it. Question 69. The effects of mental health issues at work can be managed by what? Give one answer. A. Avoid personal discussions with our workmates. B. Call in sick to work regularly. C. Hide any difficulties from colleagues and your supervisor. D. Talk about the issues with a supervisor or manager. The correct answer is D. Talk about the issues with a supervisor or manager. Question 70. When a worker is fatigued, what could happen? Give one answer. A. They are able to work with increased accuracy. B. They are more likely to resign from their job. C. They will be able to work faster and be more productive. D. They will be more likely to have an accident at work. The correct answer is D. They will be more likely to have an accident at work. Question 71. What should you do if you are concerned about a colleague's mental health? Give one answer. A. Nothing, it's not your problem. B. Speak to a doctor about it. C. Speak to them about it. D. Tell all the team about it. The correct answer is C. Speak to them about it. Question 72. When is the risk of an accident occurring at work most likely to be increased? Give one answer. A. When a worker arrived late for work. B. When a worker has used drugs before starting a shift. C. When a worker is experienced. D. When a worker likes the music on the radio. The correct answer is B. When a worker has used drugs before starting a shift. Question 73. Accidents and errors are most likely to occur in which type of situations? Give one answer. A. Drinking energy drinks. B. Misuse of alcohol and drugs. C. On an empty stomach. D. Taking medication correctly. The correct answer is B. Misuse of alcohol and drugs. Question 74. Workers are likely to suffer the highest levels of fatigue due to what? Give one answer. A. Appropriately designed shift work schedules and reduced production targets. B. Appropriately designed shift work schedules and short working hours. C. Poorly designed shift work schedules and long working hours. D. Poorly designed shift work schedules and reduced production targets. The correct answer is C. Poorly designed shift work schedules and long working hours. Question 75. Which one of the following is it good practice for lone workers to have access to for personal safety? Give one answer. A. A place to sit down. B. Energizing music. C. Telephone and alarm systems. D. The correct tools. The correct answer is C. Telephone and alarm systems. Question 76. Which two of the following are the best ways to reduce the risk of slips and trips for pedestrians? Give two answers. A. Adequate heating. B. Adequate lighting. C. Audio messaging being played. D. Good housekeeping. E. Warning sirens. The correct answer is B and D. B. Adequate lighting. D. Good housekeeping. Question 77. Which is the most important reason for keeping work areas clean and tidy? Give one answer. A. It will help you get more work in future. B. So you look organized to your supervisor. C. To stop the spread of infection. D. You will be less likely to have an accident. The correct answer is D. You will be less likely to have an accident. Question 78. What may be the result of a worker being fatigued? Give one answer. A. A decrease in errors made. B. A decrease in knowledge. C. An increase in errors made. D. An increase in productivity. The correct answer is C. An increase in errors made. Question 79. With regard to drugs, which two of the following statements are true? Give two answers. A. Drinking alcohol makes workers' reaction time slower. B. It is always safe to work when taking prescription medication. C. It is sensible to take stimulants when a large amount of work needs quick completion. D. Only illegal drugs can affect a worker's safety and productivity on site. E. Prescription medication can make people drowsy and affect their judgment. The correct answer is A and E. A. Drinking alcohol makes workers' reaction time slower. E. Prescription medication can make people drowsy and affect their judgment. Question 80. Which of the following is a definition of work-related stress? Give one answer. A. The abnormal reaction to additional responsibilities being given at work. B. The adverse reaction people have to excessive pressures or demands placed on them. C. The positive reaction people have to being given an additional workload. D. The positive reaction people have to working excessive hours for extra overtime. The correct answer is B. The adverse reaction people have to excessive pressures or demands placed on them. Question 81. Stress usually affects which type of person? Give one answer. A. Anyone. B. Older people. C. Only managers. D. Those with poor budgeting skills. The correct answer is A. Anyone. Question 82. If the toilets on your site are dirty or do not flush, what should you do? Give one answer. A. See if you can use public toilets nearby. B. Tell the person in charge of the site about the problem. C. Try not to use the toilets while you are at work. D. Try to fix the faulty toilet yourself. The correct answer is B. Tell the person in charge of the site about the problem. Question 83. When someone feels they may have mental health issues, which of the following is a good thing to do? Give one answer. A. Ask for help as early as possible. B. Never ask for assistance. C. Wait until your appraisal to tell your manager you are worried about your mental health. D. Wait until your symptoms are worse before telling your manager. The correct answer is A. Ask for help as early as possible. Question 84. What is one of the best ways to overcome negative workplace attitudes about mental health issues? Give one answer. A. Avoid talking about it and the problem will resolve itself. B. Make sure no one with a mental health issue gets hired. C. Talk and listen about mental health openly, and without judgment. D. Tell workmates that you are an expert in mental health issues. The correct answer is C. Talk and listen about mental health openly, and without judgment. Question 85. If a sink on site is blocked and the water supply has failed, what should you do? Give one answer. A. Buy water from the vending machines. B. Find a plunger. C. Get used to the situation. D. Speak to a supervisor. The correct answer is D. Speak to a supervisor. Question 86. Which of the following is the main cause of skin cancer? Give one answer. A. Exposure to ultraviolet sun rays. B. Skin being irritated by overalls. C. Working in rainy conditions. D. Working indoors. The correct answer is A. Exposure to ultraviolet sun rays. Question 87. How can mental well-being be negatively affected? Give one answer. A. A happy home life. B. Feeling valued at work. C. Having considerate friends. D. Stress at work. The correct answer is D. Stress at work. Question 88. What is a potential negative effect of working shift work? Give one answer. A. Effective teamwork. B. Lower wages. C. Productivity increase. D. Worker fatigue. The correct answer is D. Worker fatigue. Question 89.